Your training doesn't work because you treat it like a task on your weekly schedule. You train, you post a clip, you feel productive, but nothing actually changes. Your ranking stays the same, your match results don't move, and under pressure, you still rush, stiffen, and overthink. And everyone keeps telling you the same thing: train more, add volume, be consistent. So you listen, you grind, you get tired, and still nothing converts to wins. So here's the real question: why are you still listening to people who aren't producing better players? I'm not here to tell you what's right or wrong. I'm not here to motivate you. I'm just telling what I've seen work for myself and for the players inside Badminton Enhanced. And the first thing you need to understand is that training works in two directions. It can work for you or it can work against you. Most badminton players think training can only help them. More drills, more hours, more reps. But training can also block progress. It can make you look sharp in drills and slow in matches. It can build habits that completely fall apart under pressure. It can turn confidence into hesitation. And that's why some players look amazing in training and disappear when it matters. Not because they're weak, because their training taught them the wrong things. And here's where most coaches get this wrong. Most coaches are copycats. They repeat the same process they were taught. The same drills, the same structure, and the same mistakes. There is no point in working hard if you're working wrong. And in badminton there's no time to waste. The game is too fast. In badminton there are two things that matter: how you look in training and how you perform in matches. Looking good in training gets attention, but winning points in matches is actual conversion. Most players only train for the first part. Predictable patterns, no real consequences. Matches don't reward clean reps. They reward speed, timing, and decision making. So if your training doesn't convert to points, it's training. It's not really training. It is rehearsal, just activity. This is also why volume fails in badminton. Volume works in other parts of the life, but it does not work in skill sports. Badminton is too fast. When you add volume without intention, you slow yourself down. Reaction time drops. Your nervous system gets overloaded. Movement becomes robotic. You don't become reliable, you become fragile. You get injured, and that's why injuries usually show up right when players start training harder. Any coach can make player feel tired. That part is very easy. But here's the question most players never ask themselves: why is my training teaching? What is my training actually teaching my nervous system to do? If you don't know the answer, that's the problem. Most players train movements and elite players train responses. And this is where performance disappears in most badminton practices. Most training happens in third gear, even though matches are played in the fifth gear. Players practice tired, slow, under constant fatigue, and then they expect speed and clarity on match day. That's like planting corn seeds and expecting to grow potatoes. You play how you practice. If you practice tired badminton, you play tired badminton. Speed does not come from conditioning, it comes from speed training. Slow efforts, maximal intent, full recovery. Anything you do for a long time is not speed training, and no one gets fast by training slow. If you want to separate yourself in badminton, speed is the number one factor, and speed has to be trained year round. This is proof that, for example, Alex Lanier, Alvi Farhan, Anthony Sinisuka-Ginting are very good examples why speed matters in badminton. You can never be too fast. When you're faster than your opponent, everything feels easier. You feel like you have more time, your reactions improve, your deception works better. Actually, your accuracy improves because you're never rushed. And this is why rest is not optional. Sleep is not optional. Performance does not come from exhaustion. It comes from fresh nervous system. You don't recover by pushing harder, you recover by stopping at the right time. I'd rather have a player who's 100% healthy and 80% fit than a player who is broken, injured, but well conditioned. Toughness is not suffering. Toughness is executing fast under pressure. It's making decisions when it matters. It's repeating quality when the score is tight. That's real toughness. Training should feel fast, short, competitive. Not like a punishment. Not like a death march. If players dread practice, something is very wrong. In Badminton Enhanced, we don't chase fatigue, we build capacity. High intensity, enough rest to keep speed and intent high. We train speed so that game speed feels comfortable. We raise the ceiling so the average level goes up. That's why some players improve suddenly. Just look at Alex Lanier. At 16 he won his first international title. There are players with thousands of hours more training than him who will never reach that level. And that wasn't luck. I actually traveled to France and I went to see how they train in the Olympic centers. He didn't train more, he trained better. He stopped training for comfort and started training for information processing. And that is the shift. If your training feels very controlled, repeatable, all the time, you probably feel like your competitions are all failed. Badminton doesn't reward effort. It rewards correct effort under pressure. When you treat training like checkbox, like a thing in your calendar you just have to check, you remove the intention. And intention is felt in rallies, not motivation. That's why some players train less and still perform better. They might not be even more talented than you. They're not doing more, they're just doing the right things. Your training doesn't work because it was never designed to work. You must fix the structure, fix the environment, fix what your body is learning. That's what Badminton Enhanced exists for better conversion of input.